What's up, guys? Russell again. If you're new to this channel, make sure you subscribe to get all the latest stock alerts and options alert services reviewed. I join these services and then I check them out so that you don't have to. And today I want to tell you a little bit about Ricky Gutierrez. For the sake of this video, I'm going to call him Little Rick or Lil Ricky. He's a very young guy. I think he's about 25, who has been all over Facebook and YouTube ads. He's a well-known guru, as they say. He's supposedly a millionaire entrepreneur who lives in Arizona, and he's a trader, and I think he does real estate and things as well. Watching some of his videos, I really like the guy. I think he seems genuine and honest and pretty smart for his age. So I thought I'd check out his course. It's called Learn, Plan, Profit. Um, and it's actually not bad, even for somebody who's been trading for a while. I got a few golden nuggets from it, but it's definitely a course that's better suited towards the newer traders. So yeah, so he's kind of baby faced. Here's a picture of him. Got it somewhere. Let's see here. He's kind of baby faced. I think what most people hate about this guy is the fact that he does all the lifestyle marketing on par with Tim Sykes. So Tim Sykes has one orange Lambo. This guy has at least two fancy cars. I think that's, I don't even know what type of car that is. A Lamborghini probably, and that looks like another one. But I don't know. I'm not a car guy, so I think we still drive a Honda Civic. But it does the job, gets place to place. Um, so yeah, he's posing in front of his mansion and his two Lambos, and this is all over his social media. This guy just doesn't stop. So it's what always gives these guys this reputation of being fake gurus. This is his Instagram. Follow him here. And every other picture is like him, some nice place, or oh wow, he's got more cars. Look at all these, probably some of his friends or something. Oh, there's the classic orange ones. So yeah, so this guy just poses nonstop. The sad thing is though, it's like the only thing that gets people interested in trading courses and trading chat rooms. So you really if you do a test, if you have any sort of course or chat room at all, like we have Sidekick Traders, and I have a couple of new courses as well. The only way you can get people to buy these damn things is by showing off lifestyle. If you don't, then people just don't want to do the work. Like it's very, very rare for people to, buy a course that says, "Hey, you're not going to make much money, but let's show you how we'll stop you from losing all your money." They don't want to see that. They want to see, "Hey, check out how I made I went from $100 to $100 million in 3 months using this one particular strategy. Buy my course or join my chat room, and I'll show you exactly how to do that." It just gives the industry a bad name, and unfortunately, the standards have all become kind of the same. So unless you do that, you're not going to become one of the well-known top gurus. So this guy is extremely young, for what he's doing. He's really baby-faced. I mean, look at this guy. So it's hard to put a lot of credibility into somebody so young, right? Because how long could he really been trading for? Well, so I looked into him a little bit, and there was a site, it's disappeared now, that said his net worth was 100 million. How they knew that, I don't know. And he's definitely making plenty of money with his course sales and apparently with his trading as well. So he's a day trader. You can go check this video out. I'll put this link in the description below where you can hear his full story. It's quite interesting. You should definitely look into that if you want to know more about this guy and the course that he runs. This is what kind of puts me off with him. So he claims he makes 10 to 15% a week and has done that for years. We've all had 10% weeks, where you get into some great stock or a couple of great stocks and you make 10 or 15%. But to do that for years is, in my opinion, having traded for 10 years, tried all these different services, 10% a week is nonsense over the long term. Now, when he's challenged on this, because people they always say this, oh, but you'd be better than Warren Buffett, blah blah blah, and that's not an argument I really believe anyway, for different reasons here. But what he says is he doesn't reinvest his profits, so he doesn't compound his wealth. Fair enough, I guess. But being realistic, you can't even do that anyway. If you kept doing that, if you started with 100,000, you'd be making 10% a week. You'd make like 50 grand the first month, so it'd be 150. The second month, you would make 60, 70 grand on top of that. Before you know it, you'd have $1 million, and you'd be shifting the price of these low float penny stocks all over the place. So it's basically why you can't really scale these strategies. Nevertheless, I'm extremely skeptical of 10 to 15% a week consistently over years. Just doesn't sound right to me, so seems very odd. But having done his course, he definitely does know what he's talking about. Here is four main trading patterns. So really, really simple. Ascending uptrend using EMAs, MACD, and RSI. I think any trader who's spent more than a month learning to trade knows how to use these indicators. Support and resistance breakout, again, anybody who's spent more than a month learning this stuff will know. Dip buy, like a kind of fishhook pattern where it drops rapidly and then bounces back. And then old resistance becoming new support, which these are all like really simple concepts, but they sound simple in practice, but actually executing them really well is difficult. And that's what I've seen, like Ricky seems to actually do pretty well. So if you do his course, well, first let me talk about this. So he uses confirmation above 180 on the 4-hour chart as an indicator. It's a very standard, yeah. So everybody has a different things. He likes this one. It just depends on what you've experimented with to see. So I don't believe he's a scam. Um, After watching the 10 hours of his Trade, Learn, Profit, or whatever it's called, I'll show you that in a minute. He clearly knows what he's doing. He shows live trades that he's recorded and also analyzes past patterns. And the guy is really good. I mean, he clearly like has a really good risk reward um, feel. So he's very, very good at cutting his losses quickly without getting stopped out too much. So I think that's probably a big part of his success. So I don't believe he's a scam outright. I mean, the only thing I'm really suspicious of is this 10 to 15% a week. But if we just ignore that for the time being, what he actually teaches in his course, and he has a chat room, by the way, but it's a free chat room on Discord. So you can just go and join it. I don't have the link. I was in it and then I left. And I can't get my way back into it anymore. So if you search at Google for Ricky Gutierrez um, Discord, you'll probably be able to find it and join it. And it's just a bunch of people talking about stocks and stuff. He doesn't seem like there's any formal alerts particularly. Um, but he's in there. I've seen him a few times. So that being said, I again, I don't believe the 2,000% account growth year over year. I just don't believe it. I've seen people do some amazing stuff trading, but that's just insane. So let me see. So yeah, his marketing puts a lot of people off. Um, I don't know. It's just not the best. Anyway, here's some information about the Learn Plan Profit course. So I got this course. It's on Teachable. It's currently $299, which is actually fairly low end for a beginner's trading course. I've seen them as high as $1,000. 997 usually is the price that they set. It's pretty extensive. It's 20 videos. It's basically him just sitting in front of the camera talking and showing charts and things. So the typical stock trading beginners style course. So it's very basic. It goes through almost everything, like what broker to use, what type of orders, different types of things you use, the very basics of swing trading, and then does like a little bit into his simple strategy. Here's some of the other things though. So what is RSI, how to use it, best practices, how to set up and use a simple moving average, day trade using the VWAP, EMA versus SMA, bull and bear flags. These are all things you can learn about online for free, but sometimes it's good to have them packaged into a course explained by somebody who uses them all the time rather than just Wikipedia or Investopedia. So I'm not against trading courses at all. I think this was worth every penny that I paid, but I did find myself skipping forward because, I've been training for 10 years. There's not a lot in this course that I didn't know. But I'll tell you about the couple of golden nuggets that I got from it anyway. So, yeah, you can see kind of the different stuff. The interesting thing is it's all penny stock day trade until you get to the end, and then there's a whole module on ETFs, which isn't something you usually find. So, inverse ETFs, it's kind of bizarre that you'd go through a typical day trading guru's course and find this, but he seems to do pretty well with ETFs. So that's definitely in there. So one of the things that really reinforced, about this course that helped me a lot was I tend to get quite sloppy with execution. And when you watch this video, well, this DVD of Ricky trading, he's very, very meticulous. Like it's kind of hard to explain, but he's just very like over the top about every little candle move, and he's built up like a really good feel for it where he'll just like add all the whole picture together and kind of just be very meticulous, and he'll exit as soon as it looks like it's breaking down, which is something that most traders have a hard time with. Like, you know that if it starts to cut the VWAP, that it's probably a bad sign you want to get out. But there's always that little thing that keeps you in that trade, hoping that it's just slightly dipping below the VWAP, and then it's going to bounce back up and follow your long strategy. Ricky is extremely meticulous and good at cutting those losses. I've noticed it's very difficult to explain, but if you buy the course, you'll see what I mean. So that was one of the main things that I got out of this course. And if you pay $299 for a course, it's not a lot of money. Imagine like that one thing, like if I picked up, a little trick he uses with the MACD or something that I hadn't really thought about for a while, and then I apply it to every trade going forward, and it just gives me that little bit extra. Then that $299 is going to seem like a complete bargain if you sort of can see that going forward. So the old saying, like, you don't know what you don't know, means that it's often worth purchasing courses and books and things, because you just never know what you're going to get out of them, and it could change your whole life. So it's a really popular course, I guess, because it's done by a very trendy young guy. So I'm guessing he attracts a lot of the younger audience that are learning to trade, and I think it's I think it's pretty good. He gets a lot of hatred on social media from his marketing, but he flips cars as well. So this guy is like a proper entrepreneur. He trades, he sells these digital products, he flips cars, and I think he does some real estate too. So the guy clearly, knows what he's doing in life and financially. For somebody that age, it's pretty impressive. So I think he claims to be the youngest millionaire in his area in Arizona. Not quite sure how he would know that, but apparently he does. It's not in this article, maybe in one of the other ones I was reading. This is another article by wisdomfuel.com. Let's go through it really quick, make sure there's nothing we missed. He does a better job than I did doing the review. So let's see. Yeah, so he's pretty much saying the same thing. He's got a few screenshots and things in there instead. Yeah, so this is what I was saying. Like, he'll nearly always be on the screen, and then he'll show you these meticulous indicators, and it's very simple strategies. Simple in theory, not as simple in practice. So swing trading as well. Yeah, it's well produced. I agree with that. It's high quality. I think it's good. Much better than some of the like Tim Sykes stuff that I've seen where he'll just like throw together some shaky camera action from some seminar that he did years ago and never updates it and then puts like $497 as the price. So yeah, the promotion of the course isn't too aggressive, but the rest of his social media is. I mean, claiming 10, 15% a week consistently for years. So I don't think he promotes the course actively with ads. I haven't really seen it pop up, but maybe he does sometimes. Yeah, who is it best for? Well, I would say beginner traders really. People that have maybe just got their feet wet and want to learn like all the basics. Definitely would say they are the target audience. Yeah, this guy makes the same point I make here. Is like sometimes these things cost $1,000, so 299 is actually pretty decent. See what his verdict is. Yep, pretty much the same as me. So yeah, so if you've never heard of this guy, Little Ricky, and go and check him out. I think he's worth learning from. He has his free YouTube channel, so you can go and just like learn a lot of different stuff just from watching his channel. And that's what I tend to do in these last few reviews that I've given. People like the Trading Fraternity, um, Ricky, people that have these big YouTube channels. Like, even if you don't buy their course and you haven't heard of these guys, go and follow them on YouTube. They just provide so much valuable information for free. So I hope that Ricky Plan Profit course brief overview was helpful, and I'll leave a link to go and find the course in the description below. So, okay, guys, thanks for listening. Catch you later.